Welcome to October 2020, the year of crazy. I'm adding to the crazy by doing 2 prompt lists this year. One will be in a traveler's notebook of my own design using Mab's Drawloween Club prompts, and then I will be playing in an already started altered book using prompts from Inktober. In real life, I'm currently recovering from a broken ankle that required screws and plates inserted, so my Halloween challenges will also take on an abandoned, haunted hospital theme also. This is as much planning as I will do ahead of time as I like the paper to dictate any of my projects. So sit back, enjoy the goofiness that will most likely happen, and as always, thanks for watching. I think all the stars have aligned today. It all just worked out perfectly. I have a repositioned leg. I have art that I like. I actually was um, inspired. I'm listening to some music. I think I do better when I have music on and I just kind of go somewhere. Now, granted, I did print this with Procreate and created it yesterday, actually. But the prompt is hide and bat squatch. I've never heard of a bat squatch, but we have determined that it is a friend of the lizard man's. But hide, I didn't know what I wanted to do. Um, and for some reason, I'm still hooked on this lizard man thing and the creature from the Black Lagoon. And anyhow, this I thought was funny, and it was a picture I found. Those are my newfound love. They're called, what are they called? They're gouache, but they're watercolor. They're jelly gouache, I think. And I can't find my spatulas, of which I have about 8 now. So I'm using that one. My putty knives. So I'm making lagoon colors. Even though today the prompt is not lagoon, it is later in this video, but it's just fun, and it looks like there's a creature trying to claw its way out of the lagoon when the stripes go down, and it's just fun. And so I added these colors because it's going to match the background, and I decided to do hide. It doesn't have anything to do with the pictures, but hide is the you have to hide the dizzy fruit so you don't get poisoned. Remember, there was dizzy fruit the other day, dizzy, and we're hiding the dizzy fruit so you don't get poisoned because the nurses put your sleeping pills in there so you don't bother them at night in this haunted, abandoned hospital. Um, and it just, I don't, for whatever reason, I'm caught on the lizard man slash the creature from the Black Lagoon. I thought it was funny that this lady was hiding or scaring the creature in the Black Lagoon. There's humans among us, and they're hiding. Is kind of how I'm relating it. Very, very kind of out there, but it works for me, and I like it. And I like playing with the colors of these paints. I've had these for a couple weeks, and played with them a little bit. They're very messy because you have to hold that container flat, otherwise they kind of jelly out, squish out. So I put the poison dizzy fruit is hidden in the lizard man's lagoon. Um, and just fun. It's all fun, and I'm inspired finally today. My leg is not quite as painful. We have a new situation. In fact, at the end, I have pictures. If you don't want to see gross scars, don't look. And I do put a warning up when it gets that time. But so this was fun. This was hide, and we're hiding our dizzy fruit and having a grand old time. And I'm inspired finally. Finally, my leg doesn't hurt. It's out of that squishy cast, and we're getting going forward. So this is Bat Squatch, and Bat Squatch is the lizard man's friend, and they live behind the haunted abandoned hospital. So that's my story for that one, and I did that one on Procreate too with Bat Squatch. And actually, on the right hand side, there's an orange and cream um, picture. One is of Bones, and the other one is of George Washington because Bat Squatch is in Washington State, or so they say. Like Lizard Man is in South Carolina, so I put a George Washington stamp to reflect the fact that he's found in Washington. Anyhow, that was fun. And leftover paint is going in my journal, which I might be able to decorate sometime this week. I've been having fun playing with the paint on that cellophane from a traveler's notebook thing that I got yesterday, and that's almost addicting like a jelly plate, especially when you get colors going and all of this. So now this prompt is music. And because of my foot, and because we're kind of using that as an underlying theme with the haunted hospital, I don't know if these are real music notes, but I'm going with it. Um, there's some old country music songs here in America. One is called Achy Breaky Heart, but I changed it to Achy Breaky Foot. And the other one is called Boot Scoot Boogie, because now I have a boot on my foot. So I called it Boot Scoot Boogie, but I spelled it all differently. And that's my music. And that's the music they play in on Wizard Night in the rec room in this abandoned haunted hospital. So that's for today's prompt in the Traveler's Notebook on the Inktober. No, on Mavs Gray Halloween. No, I don't know which one. But anyhow, it is all in fun and good times, and I'm lining it in red because it kind of matches the paper, and having a grand old time. And adding more color to that and kind of doing it as a jelly plate. Um, but I really get into it on the next one, as in like that kind of stuff. I saw somebody else doing this over the weekend. And it's not new. I've done it before. It's not new. It's, an old technique, but it's fun. It's fun. And I got it out. And I mean, I'm sitting here listening to music and having just playing in my journals and feeling inspired. Finally, I've been very, very flat, probably because my foot has not been flat. Um, and having a grand old time and feeling like finally I'm journaling and having fun. And it's been a while. It's been a couple weeks, I have to say. I was getting a little discouraged with this month because I'm thinking like I feel like I'm not doing it well enough or inventive enough or artistic enough, or why do I even use that word artistic, because I'm obviously not artistic, and I'm not. I never claimed to be, but I want to play like I am, and I finally, it's coming together. So this one is Lagoon, and this catches me up. So then I get all these blues going because there was already blue on that page, and that just brings me to more blues. And I'm coloring the inside of a lagoon, and this is like so much fun. It's a jelly plate without the jelly plate, and doesn't it look like the inside of a lagoon? I think it does. So I just do a mixtures of greens and blues and a little bit of black because it's murky water, and adding layers and layers and not even drying it in between. Now it's kind of a dry brush, semi-dry brush technique going on anyhow. Um, my paintbrush is a little wet, but not a whole lot. There's a little bit of black and a little bit of midnight bluish kind of, or Prussian blue going in, and I add some more green. Oh, I could do this all day. And I might, who knows? But anyhow, those are those paints, Artex, and they're not expensive and they're nothing fantastic. They are messy because you have to keep that container flat or the jelly will move and you have paint everywhere. But they are fun, and they are a watercolor gouache. So I've seen on the YouTubes out there. So anyhow, I'm making lagoon on this piece of paper, and then I have to put inside the lagoon, and I do that on another piece of paper, but then I put it on the inside of the spine. And that was fun. That is more like what I like to do, as well as mixing it up with a little bit of Procreate and a little bit of color, and have your juices flowing and watercolors flowing and gouache flowing and glue flowing and music flowing, and that's fun. So in a minute, I'm going to let you know that the warning of the pictures are coming up are of my leg without the cast on this morning. Now, there's hairy legs involved here because, of course, you can't shave your legs under a cast. But, okay, here it is. There's a side view and a top view. My foot is, yes, that purple, and yes, that swollen still. But now it's in this. And so now I look like a stormtrooper. So be kind, be safe, be smart. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.